I wish I had a Lamborghini. Hey man, I know exactly how you can get a Lambo. Really? How? All you have to do is invest your money. I am investing my money, but I'm only making 10 to 20% in the stock market in safe stocks that won't lose all of its value overnight. That's where you're getting it wrong, man. You have to buy Bitcoin. Get rich quick and get a nice Lambo. Really? Wow. Can I see your Lambo? No, man. I lost it all in the Bitcoin crash, but if you buy it now, it's gonna go up 100,000%. 100,000%? I'm in. Bitcoin. What is it? What is so interesting about cryptocurrencies and these investors that claim you can get these crazy returns, and so many people saying this is the future of investing. This is the future of currency, the future of investing. What is it? In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what is Bitcoin, what are cryptocurrencies, and I'm going to break down exactly if these are good investments or these bad investments. Is cryptocurrency the future? We're going to break down everything for you so you have the most knowledge possible. Let's get into it. Before I show you all this knowledge on how you can get this Lamborghini with Bitcoin and all that fun stuff, you need to hit that like button and subscribe. Maybe you're not going to get a Lamborghini or a Rolls Royce from investing $1,000 into Bitcoin, but there is some validity to investing into a high risk, high reward type of investment vehicle. One of these vehicles is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, and also many people usually use the word Bitcoin also with it. Now, let's break down exactly what a cryptocurrency is and how it's different than Bitcoin. So cryptocurrency is an online payment network and online form of currency. You can buy and sell things online and in person via cryptocurrency. So that might seem very confusing. Basically what cryptocurrency is, it is a type of digital currency. Not like the dollar or the euro. It's completely done online. It's basically a network of computers that actually host the servers, and they get paid in a certain cryptocurrency to host the servers. Again, I'm not a cryptocurrency expert at all, but basically another way to think about it is if I wanted to pay you, let's say $5 for the pizza in cryptocurrency, what I would do is I would send 5 ZachCoins over to you, maybe a coin's worth $1. So I sent you 5 ZachCoins via a server, and I just send that over to you, and then a computer will validate that transaction. We'll have a digital wallet. Again, this might seem really confusing, but here's some actually pretty good videos explaining it. So we know cryptocurrencies are basically like just other currencies, except they're all digital. Now, is this legal? Bitcoin is actually 100% legal here in the United States to own. It's not illegal to own it. It's not like owning a drug or something very illegal. This isn't, the FBI is not gonna knock down on your house and get you arrested for owning a Bitcoin. But there is some interesting things about it. So again, Bitcoin it's not illegal. It's 100% legal, but you can't use it to buy things with the government. You can't pay your taxes with Bitcoin. Most businesses don't accept it. Some businesses do accept it. It's just very interesting. Again, it's just like owning a stock, really. I can't pay you in stock. Most corporations don't accept it. So if I go to Domino's Pizza and I say, hey, can I give you half a share of Coca-Cola stock for this pizza? The cashier, the 14-year-old cashier is gonna look at you like you're nuts. So you can't really do that. Same thing with Bitcoin, really, as it is in 2020. What you could do though, just like stock, I could sell my Coca-Cola stock, convert that into cash, and then pay the cash for the pizza. You can do the same thing with cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. So I can sell the Bitcoin into cash and then use that if it goes up. Just like regular currency, there's the euro, there's the dollar, there's the yen, there's the won, there's so many of them. So think of cryptocurrency as just a form of all these currencies that are online, and there's multiple ones. Some of those popular and used ones is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, DogeCoin, Litecoin, and Binance Coin. Yeah, I know, those are some crazy names, and it seems very confusing, but again, that's just the names of those different coins, and they're all different currencies. So specifically in this video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, which is the most popular cryptocurrency out there. The definition of Bitcoin is, so Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, a form of electric money. It is a decentralized digital currency without any independent banks and can be sent from user to user on the peer-to-peer Bitcoin blockchain network without the need for intermediary. So a quick story about me and Bitcoin. I actually bought Bitcoin back in 2017, mid-September-ish, when my friends were telling me, Zach, you gotta buy Bitcoin, you gotta buy Bitcoin, just like Zach with the hat there. Everyone was telling me, you gotta buy it, you gotta buy it, you gotta buy it. Again, I was a 17-year-old kid at the time. In September, I said, no, I'm not gonna buy it. That's all a scam, it's all stupid. And then they were making money, they were investing it. They spent like $1,000 into it. They made like 5,000. It was really crazy. And eventually they convinced me around early November, I believe, at about $9,000 per Bitcoin. I think I invested like maybe half a Bitcoin into it. I'm not even sure how much I bought, but it wasn't a full one. And I spent it at around the price of $9,000 a coin. And then I bought it, and eventually what happened was a bubble started forming in the Bitcoin market, where the prices were just shooting up and up and up. And it eventually hit around $20,000 per Bitcoin. And I was sky high. I thought the thing was going to $100,000. It was the newest thing ever. And eventually the market on that crashed, and it kept going down and down and down, eventually hitting around $3,000. Now, I eventually got out of it at around $16,000. So I made some money, but I sold it all. I was like, this is just too much of a roller coaster. I invested way too much of my hard-earned money as a bag boy into this. I'm not going to let it all go away, let it slip. I'm not going to throw all my money away from this. So I sold it. It was too much work just checking it every single day. And eventually what I did was I just got into wholesaling real estate, and that's how I made most of my money. And then I invested in safer places. But again, Bitcoin is definitely an interesting investment. I would say that you should have a little tiny amount of Bitcoin. I would recommend that, at least maybe 1% of it. I do recommend putting 1% of your net worth into something crazy, high risk, that is just like insane risk, insane rewards, just to keep yourself safe, because you got some safer stocks, some high growth, some good ones. I always recommend doing 1% in something that's high risk, high reward. So I would say Bitcoin's really not in the mainstream yet. A lot of people heard about it in 2017, and there is an actual community around it. I am a big fan of blockchain technology and the actual science behind Bitcoin. Personally, I don't own any, but I do believe the technology is pretty cool. I don't ever think Bitcoin's really going to replace the dollar. I don't think the government will ever allow that to happen. It'd be pretty cool to have a digital currency like that, but I don't think that we need to change the whole currency system. It's very manipulated right now, the way that inflation works, because again, I don't want to get in this whole argument about this, but the reason why people like Bitcoin is there's no inflation with it, really. I mean, it does go down and up, but there's not really inflation with it where it goes up with the certain prices of things. That's really where the dollar is at, and inflation actually makes us investors money. So I don't see them taking over. The government's really going to give over the dollar like that because they have control. But the real way to make money in Bitcoin is actually trading it. So day trading it, monthly trading it. If you can look here at the chart of Bitcoin. So here's the 1-year chart of Bitcoin. It's pretty obvious that you can see there's a lot of people that own a lot of it that got in very early onto Bitcoin, and they basically control the market. It's classic market manipulation if you really want to look at it. So some examples here. So you see the price here. So they dump the price of it and then they pump it back up. You can see these big spikes is when they pump it, then they dump it down, and then they dump it and then they pump it back up by buying it, and they make money trading that with the insider. Then you see there, then they'll dump it and then they'll pump it back up, then they'll dump it a little and then they go. So you can see here easily that they're actually going to pump this thing up. Where it goes in the future, you can't really guess what's going to happen, but you can have a pretty good idea because you can see these huge swings. It's a very volatile just investment vehicle, and it can go anywhere really. That thing can pump right up and it could dump right now. We don't know. Unfortunately, that's really how the trading of Bitcoin happens. So if you day trade Bitcoin, you can make a lot of money if you get very good at it, just like Forex. A lot of people do very well currency trading. Other factors that do influence the price of Bitcoin, besides the actual people owning all the stock and just manipulating it, some other factors is Bitcoin usually goes up and down with these certain factors outside of the market manipulation. Usually when there's global turmoil, when currencies seem like they're going to be unstable, when there's heavy regulation when it comes to currency and trading and investments, there's fear or volatility in the stock market. Bitcoin does move a lot during those times. And also countries where there's just complete destruction of the currency, like Venezuela or Libya. places like that, then Bitcoin does very well in those areas because there's no actual central currency. Again, around the world, everyone usually uses the dollar as the staple, but it could change in the varying times with the emergence of this technology. So here's my final verdict, guys. Bitcoin's a great technology. It's a very interesting investment opportunity. I don't recommend that you hold it long term. I don't think that you buy it and then you hold it for a bunch of years. I think it's something that you can make a lot of money in if you know how to day trade it and just do like monthly trades on it here and there. Buy it, let it pump up, sell it. If you get really good at that, more to you. I'm more of a long-term investment guy. But I would recommend 1% of your net worth into something very risky. So this could be something that you want to do. Again, this might be a long-term play until there's maybe another bubble. I can't really tell you what to do. But if you were going to put your 1% into something high risk, this would be a good option for you. Again, don't put your entire net worth into here and think you're going to buy a Lamborghini, because it's just not going to work. So that's it, guys. I'm going to show you So here's actually how you go and buy Bitcoin. So you go to one of the exchanges, just like you buy some currency. I'm only going to recommend you one, because I know that's the one that's the easiest to use and actually the safest, where your credit card's not going to get stolen. Coinbase is really the place where you should go to actually buy it if you are going to buy it. Again, that is the only company I know that's just very highly regulated with the government, and they're not going to screw you out of your money. So that's the place where I would do it if you were going to buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. But again, if you're not comfortable with it, if you don't understand the technology, please don't buy it. Please understand it. If you're going to day trade it, you don't need to really understand the underlying technology, really understand how the market works on it. So overall, Bitcoin's a very interesting investment. I don't think in the next year or two it's going to blow up or go down like crazy. I think it's going to stay pretty much flat like it has been in the past couple of months and weeks. So that's it, guys. That is Bitcoin. It's a very interesting one. I made some money with it. I don't own any right now. Maybe I'm going to feel some FOMO and go buy in and deal with this other bubble situation. But I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments if you own Bitcoin or you've traded it and made money. I'm really curious about that, guys. So leave a comment, leave a like, and let me know, guys. Have a good one.